Hi friends, Debo here again. Today we're going to do another yoga practice. So let's find our way into a comfortable seat on your mat. If you have a mat, you can use a towel, a beach towel if you'd like, if you don't have your mat at home with you. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose or out through the mouth. And just begin to relax a little bit. We want to get ourselves a little centered, a little bit focused inward. And we're doing a virtual class for you today because we're sort of in the midst of this coronavirus thing that's going on, and most places are closed. I normally teach at a YMCA here in the Treasure Valley of Idaho. And so if you're coming to us from some other place, that's perfectly fine. It's a free open class. So if you're normally used to doing yoga, you probably have blocks and blankets and mats. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Just follow along, listen to your own body, make decisions about what you should or shouldn't do for yourself. Just listen. Take another nice, really deep breath in, like a big cleansing breath. Fill the lungs. Hold it for just a couple seconds, and then exhale very slowly. Do that again. And you can open your mouth. You can breathe out of your mouth, out of your nose. This just helps us, this controlling of the breath, to focus on your breath. It helps relax you. It lowers your blood pressure. Your emotional state becomes a little bit more relaxed. So be here, be present, forget about what's going on out there, and just focus on yourself for a little bit. Let's take our hands and begin to rub them together. Create a little warmth, a little heat. We're in a transition time. We're moving from winter to spring. Today should be the vernal equinox as we welcome in that springtime. Now, if you bring one hand to your chest and one to your belly, you can begin to feel the breath. As you expand, your belly expands. Exhale, contract the belly. Feel your heart beating. Feel the rhythm of your own breath. Breathe in some new plans, some new ideas. Cultivate new intentions as we move into the spring season. If you take your hands and rub them together again, creating some heat, warmth. Gently cup your hands over your eyes. Don't push into your eyes. And just let your head relax. Feel the warmth of your hands. Maybe take your thumbs and begin to massage. Massage your temples. Feel the breath on your hands as your eyes are resting. We're going to be clearing away a little bit of that accumulated digestive issues that we bring into ourselves in the winter time. So think about sort of burning off some of that fullness and stagnation, unprocessed emotions, whatever it is that we need to let go of. So draw your hands into your heart. And we always set an intention at the beginning of our practice. Thumbs can touch your heart. Press your palms together, keeping the spine nice and long. So whatever that personal intention is for you, what is it that we want to release? So that we can create and cultivate something new for spring. So make way, make space in your body, allow prana to flow. Stay present and focused. Challenge yourself when you can. Pull back if you need to. Lifting the fingertips up to the sky. We're going to embrace whatever this day holds. And as you bend your elbows, Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your fingers to the front of your shoulders and your thumbs behind, activating a little Kriya. So we're going to inhale to the right, exhale to the left. So we're going to start warming the body up with a little twist. Now go back and find that deep cleansing breath again. If you're able to exhale out of your nose, that's a good way to go. If you have a little cold, stuffy nose or allergies, you might be breathing out of your mouth. That's okay. I'm going to breathe out of my mouth so you can hear the breath. And you're spinning side to side. Now, if that makes you dizzy, just look straight ahead and start to twist. Again, we're clearing away some of that accumulated digestive issues from winter. Want to make way for new. Let go of all this, the old, the kapha that builds up, mostly in your hips and thighs, but also your digestive organs. Twisting, twisting, breathing, moving. 3, 2, 1, come back to your center. Circle sweep the arms all the way up, up, and stretch up. Stretch out of your back. Reach one side, then the other. And then pull one elbow down. Pull the other down. Reach. Now, both arms are up again. Spread your fingers, make a fist. Spread your fingers, make a fist. Spread. Bend your elbows. Bring your fingertips back to the front, your thumbs behind. We're going to inhale to the left this time. Exhale to the right. So inhale, exhale. Think about what you need to release. Cultivate something new for spring. 3, 2, 1, come all the way back. Circle sweep your arms all the way up again. And then slowly rotate your wrists as you come down. Very gently, come forward, plant your hands. Come up onto your knees and find a couple cat-cow rolls. Even though I'm facing the front, the long side of the mat, it's because we're going to stand up that side. So rounding to your cat, push up through the low back, press your feet and your hands energetically. And then inhale, arc your spine, lift your tailbone. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift your face and your chest. Maybe push back a little bit into your hips as if you were going to go into a child's pose. And open up the sacrum a little bit. Exhale, rounding. Inhale this time as you tuck your toes, you can sit back for just a moment. And I know some people find this unpleasant, but stretching the bottoms of your feet, that's okay. You don't have to stay here. You can bring your hands here on the outside of your knees and roll up into a little bitty squat. Take a breath. And then just bring your feet about hip distance apart. That's 2 fists. Take a deep breath. Bring your hands to your hips, your elbows to the sky. Let your head and neck relax. Shake it out. Take another breath. And on your inhale, lift your heart and come on up. Reach the fingertips overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Hands through heart center. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Tuck your chin, look up at your belly, and then inhale, rise up again. Press your feet firmly into the earth. Draw your hands through heart center. Inhale, half lift. This time as you exhale, bend your knees. Come into Utkatasana, the chair. So remember, your knees are behind your toes, your spine is long, your belly draws in. It activates a lot of muscles in your neck and your back. We're going to sweep the arms back as we lower the rib cage toward the thighs, kind of like you're going down the ski slope. And then inhale, lift it back up as high as you need to. Exhale back, inhale, lift. Exhale back, inhale, lift. Again, we're moving a little quicker here, building a little heat. A little bit more movement today. Exhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale, rise up, open up your arms and swan dive into that forward fold. Inhale to look forward. You can always use a block. Hands to your shins, flatten your back, draw the shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, sweep the fingertips overhead. Right hand grabs left wrist. Take a nice side bend right here. Reach over to your right side. You can look up in front of your elbow. Come back and take it to the other side. And stretch over. Come all the way back. Swan dive into that forward fold. Step or hop your feet wide apart. Turn your toes out. Drop your hips down and then rise up with the back of your hands. And then float back down again. Inhale, lifting up. Bending your wrists. Up and down. Come all the way up, all the way down. Floating up and down with the breath, dropping into the hips. Coming into Sun God. So bend your knees, elongate your arms, elongate your spine. Sinking down. Bring your hands to your thighs. Drop the right shoulder in, taking a little twist, looking over the left. Twist, look over the right. Come all the way up. Take your arms and circle sweep them to your left, all the way across and around. Bending your knees, dropping your hips. Exhale as you fold and bend. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. One more time, coming into a side angle pose, which means you're going to need to turn your feet. Left toes out, right toes straight ahead. You can bring your forearm to your thigh, lift the right arm up, open up the chest. Maybe the arm's going to reach over your ear and extend out. Look up, rotate your heart up. As you turn to that raised runner's lunge, frame your foot with both of your hands. Bend your knee so it's right over your ankle and elongate your spine, drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. Lower the back knee, flatten the foot. As you inhale to come up, sweep the fingertips overhead. As we exhale, we're going to reach out in front and then circle the arms. And do that again, exhaling. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, lower. Tuck your back toe and move right into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So spread your fingers out nice and wide. Soften your knees. Tilt your thigh bones back. Elongate your spine. Let your fingers feel like they're sliding forward. Press all 10 fingers into the mat. And then ripple out to your plank pose, that upward push-up position. Sometimes we need to readjust here. Sometimes folks come way out here like this. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders so you know that this is the correct place for you. So leave your hands and your feet where they are and lift your hips back up to down dog. So float back out. You can also do plank right here on your knees. Elbow creases to the front, tuck your elbows in, lower halfway down, and lift back up. Halfway down, lift back up. Halfway down, lift back up. And then all the way down to the earth. Flatten your toes, tense your fingertips. Inhale, take a little cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Hands under your shoulders, press up, press back to a child's pose. So hips back to your heels, stretch your arms out, or any version that you like. This is to remind us that we can always come back to our child's pose. Tuck your toes, lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Right toe is going to reach to the sky. Draw the knee to the right elbow. Inhale, right toe up to the sky, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, toe to the sky. Right down the center, draw your knee toward your nose, and then gently set your knee down under your hip. As you move into that spinal balance, the right arm reaches forward, the left leg back. Exhale, bend the elbow and the knee towards each other, and then inhale to extend. Getting long in the spine, exhale, and inhale. Thumb is up like you're shaking hands with someone looking down at the mat. Exhale, inhale, pushing back with the right heel. Hold it here. Move the arm and the leg away from the center line of the body, just enough to kind of throw you off balance a little bit. Engage some of these core muscles. Come all the way back. As your hand releases, your right toe will tuck. Push your left leg up to the sky, and then step the left foot up by the left thumb. So you're back in that raised runner's lunge position again. This time, we'll take the left arm up to the sky. Big twist. As you exhale, bring your hands to the inside. We're going to pivot around, back to your front and center. Nice wide fold. Bring your hands to your hips and lift up about halfway. Take your arms out to the side like an airplane. Exhale, bring the right fingertips down. They can be on a block or the floor. Exhale, release. Try the other side. Keeping the spine long, your hips from skewing. Exhale, release. Hands to hips, lift all the way up with that straight spine. Turn the toes out and your heels in. Fingertips sweep overhead, and we're going to make those big sweeping circles to the right side of your mat this time. Circling, bending the knees, dropping the hips. One more time, moving into side angle pose again right here. So turn your toes, drop it down. You can stay here, you can bring your hand, you can circle sweep the arm over your ear. It's a very energetic pose. Looking up in front of your elbow or your arm. You can even bring your hand to the front or the back or on a block. Turn to that raised runner's lunge once again, pushing the energy back out of your heel, the crown of your head forward, toning the legs strong, drop the back knee down, flatten the foot, lift the fingertips up to the sky. This time we're going to circle back, opening the heart, exhaling, inhaling, pull the navel towards the spine. Do it again. One more time. And then bring the hands to the earth, lift the back knee, move into your downward facing dog. Elongate your spine. Think about the spine, stretching it, the vertebrae, rippling out to your plank pose this time, drawing that navel in. Try going back, ripple back, ripple out, ripple back. Ripple out. Whether you're on your hands or your knees or your toes, tuck your elbows in, lower down. Finding cobra or upward facing dog on your toenails. Heart moves forward, legs are strong. Rolling over your toes, downward facing. This time the left toe reaches to the sky. We draw the left knee to the left elbow. Squeeze the belly in. Inhale. Left toe to the sky, and then twist across to your opposite elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right down the center. All 10 finger pads pressed into the mat. This time as you exhale, drop the left knee down. Extend the right leg back. The left arm reaches forward. Back into your spinal balance again. So as we exhale, draw the elbow and the knee towards each other. And then inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze the elbow to the knee. Inhale, get length. Make sure those toes are turned down to the mat, that your hip is not open, that it's closed. Hold it here. Move the arm and the leg away from the center line of the body. And then moving back in line. Hand comes down, left toe tucks. Push the right leg up to the sky with a little bit of strength. And step your right foot up by your right thumb. You're back in that raised runner's lunge once again. This time the left hand stays down. The right arm reaches up. You're taking your gaze to your up hand. Reaching back. And then as you exhale, we're just going to step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of the mat. Grabbing your elbows, hang for a moment. Ragdoll, shake out your head a little bit. Release the fingertips to the earth. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the fingers overhead. And then exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees. Find your way back into Utkatasana, the chair. This time you're going to pull the elbows back and open up your chest. Exhale, draw the forearms together. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, draw them together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, stay here. Reach the arms up, stand up, and swan dive into that forward fold. Inhale to look forward, step back, hop back, jump back into your plank pose, upward push-up position. Lower halfway down, all the way down. Take your cobra or your upward facing dog, always your choice. And then exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Press down energetically with your thumb and your forefinger. Inhale, take a moment to lift the heels, and then exhale, lower those heels, maybe pedaling them out. On the next inhalation, the right toe reaches up to the sky. We're going to exhale and step the right foot up by the right thumb. This time we're going to rise up to a high lunge. Just make sure that you're not on a railroad track, that you're not on a tightrope, that you are on a railroad track. We have this tendency to lose our balance here. So take your feet further apart laterally if you need to. Left leg is straight and strong. Lift your heart up, open up your fingers. And then we're going to take the right arm underneath the left, and you can give yourself a hug. You can lift your arms up back to back. You can wrap them in those eagle arms. You can even stay with the forearms if you like. We're going to lift the elbows up, arcing the spine. Exhale, curl your spine forward. Taking your fingertips close to the mat. Squeeze the legs really strong and lift it back up again. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, lift it back up. Do that again, exhale. This time, we're going to come into a bit of a balance, like a warrior three. See if you can keep your arms interlaced, like this. Slide your back left leg up, reach your fingertips forward, push your left leg back. You can always take your arms out like an airplane or a warrior three. As you step back, drop your heel down. Look at the alignment, heel to heel alignment. My back left toes are turned out to face the front left corner of the mat. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Fingertips reach, tailbone draws down toward the earth. Heart is open. Sweep your arms behind you. Interlace, pressing the palms together, opening up the chest and the heart, arcing the spine a little bit more. We're going to begin to straighten that front right leg. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. So you don't want your back foot turned open like a warrior two. You want to keep it aligned. And then lengthen the spine. Push the sitting bones back. Keep reaching back with your arms, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, the crown of the head forward. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can bring your hands into your sacrum. You can reach back like a jet airplane, or you can keep them interlaced. If you're feeling particularly flexible today, you can bring your ribs to your thighs and let them lift up. Those fisted hands making their way up over your head. Now, if you take your right hand in your sacrum and your left fingertips down on the inside of your foot, you can start to rotate your spine, a revolved triangle. I might suggest a block on the inside or even the outside of your front foot. Keeping the spine straight here and the belly drawn in, take that revolved triangle, Pavarita Trikonasana. You can lift your arm up if you want. You can keep it on your hip or your sacrum so that you know that you're nice and flat and squared in the back. Now we can take this same movement forward into a revolved half moon. So all we'll do is move that block out in front of your right foot, shift your weight again, and lift the back leg up at hip height. And again, if you don't have a block, your fingertips can be on the floor, that's okay. Push the energy out of your heel, your toes are facing the earth. You can lift your arm up or keep it in your sacrum or on your hip. Elongate your spine with the breath. And then slowly bring the big toes to touch. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips overhead. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, look forward. Step, hop, or float your way back into plank. Lower all the way down. Take your cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. This time the left leg is going to lift up and back behind. And we're going to step up by your left thumb and find your way into a high lunge on this side. Again, reaching fingertips overhead, straighten your back right leg, left knee bent. We're going to take the left arm underneath the right arm this time, so you can wrap them in those eagle arms, thumbs face your forehead, lift the elbows up, and again, it's okay to take a modification. Maybe just the forearms are together as you round your spine and come down. Lifting the elbows up, exhale, curl forward. Inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to take that balance again. So as you shift your weight, you can drag your back foot in and extend your fingertips forward. Push back energetically with your right heel. Take any option you need to, even if it means touching the floor. As you step back, you might fall. Drop your heel down. Rise up, take your warrior one once again. Bend your knee. Right leg straight. Tailbone draws to the earth. And we'll take those hands and interlace. Open up the chest. And then as you straighten that front leg, coming into pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana, maybe bringing the ribs down, maybe keeping your spine long. Where does it feel the best for you? I'm going to keep my left hand in the sacrum, bring the right fingertips down, or use that block again, and rotate your spine. Keeping your spine straight, your hips as level as they can be. From here, we'll take that same pose out in front of us. So reach it up, Extend your right leg back and twist yourself to the left. Bring both of your toes to the top of the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Take crashing waves. So we're gonna exhale, say, ah, and let it go. Do it again. Inhale up, ah. Inhale, exhale, ah. So you're kind of letting go of all that tension, all that tightness, all that anxiety, whatever it is we were letting go of and releasing for spring to make way for something new. Ah, one more time. And stay down right here. Just relax. Hang heavy. Inhale, look forward. Step hop or float your way back to plank once again. Lower halfway or all the way. Take cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step hop, float your way back up. Inhale, half lift. Bend your knees, come back into chair. We're going to draw the hands to prayer and take a prayer twist to the right. So pressing your palms together, looking up past your right elbow. Might be hard for you to see what's going on. We're going to slide the left leg back so you're more in a twisted lunge position. And this could be with the knee down, the knee up, the arms open, whatever works for you. As you draw your hands to prayer, release the hands, sweep the right leg all the way up, bend the knee. If you have a practice that involves wild thing, you can take that. Or just spin your hip open and hold it. Or take it all the way over. And take your wild thing. As you inhale and extend the right toe to the sky, draw the right knee to the right elbow once again. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right down the center toward your nose. Inhale, take it up. Exhale to the left. Hold it here and straighten your right leg off the left side of your mat, stretching your IT band on the right side. You can stay here or roll to the inside of your left foot and take this version of Vashisthasana, side plank. Come all the way back. Lift it up and step up by your right thumb. Once again, we're going to bring the hands to the inside and lower the back knee down. Take a moment, find your breath. A little lizard. You might be down here on your elbows. You might be using a block. You might be up here on your hands. You might move your toe off to the right side. Maybe you can reach around and grab hold of your left foot and stretch the front of your left quadricep. Open up your chest. Or any version that you'd like. As you lift the back knee off the mat, we're going to pivot again to the front and center, wide fold. Go ahead and grab your block if you want. Rest your head for a moment on your block, grab your toes. Prasarita Padottanasana, nice wide forward fold. Or you can grab your elbows and just hang. Come up with that nice flat back. We're walking the fingertips over to your left toe facing the left side again, pulling the front leg back, downward facing dog, fingers spread wide. Elongate the spine, lift the hips, Ripple out to your plank pose, upward push-up position. Move your heels in front of your toes. Lower slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take cobra or upward facing dog. Once again, it's your choice. Exhale. Downward facing dog. This time you're going to bend your knees like a little squat and inhale forward. Exhale back, inhale forward. Keep the body moving. More little kriyas. Exhale and inhale. Whenever you're ready, you look up between your hands and you can step, hop, or float your feet right up. Here we go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips overhead. Exhale. Inhale, back to your half lift. Bend your knees, come back into Utkatasana, the chair. Hands to prayer. This time, prayer twist to your left. Right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Draw the thumbs towards your sternum. Sliding your right leg back. Here's that little twisted lunge again, where you have the option of dropping your knee, or staying lifted, or opening your arms if that's part of your regular practice. And as you make your way to the center, we're going to release. Left leg lifts it all the way up. Bend the knees, spin the hip open. Stack the left hip on top of the right. And this is a great place to stay. You can keep coming and drop your toe, straighten the leg on the mat, and lift it up. It almost looks like a side plank. And arc your spine if you want to take it into wild thing. As you come back, it's just the opposite. So this time, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, take it up. Left knee down the center. Lots of strength, lots of core. Take that left knee across to the opposite elbow. And then stretch out your left leg off the right side of the mat. Rolling to the inside of your right foot. Side plank. Now you can up this if you want to pick up your foot and lift it up. Or do something different or weird. You can add as well as subtract. And then step your left foot up. We're coming into that lizard again. So we'll move our hands to the inside. Your toe can be tucked. Generally, it's nice to even lift that back knee if you're able to take it up a notch. That helps keep this practice energized, a little more challenging, a little bit more work. If you're totally depleted and you need a rest, just rest. You can bring your forearms down on a block, on the ground. Just watch this knee, that you don't have this kind of thing going on. Try to keep your heel lined up with your knee, just so that things stay nice. Generally, if we stack a joint over a joint, it's going to be pretty safe. And anything you want to do here, you can stay here as long as you want. You can come forward and stretch and reach back. You don't even have to touch your toe. You can just reach for your heel or just maybe reach towards it. I just have really long monkey arms. And you're getting a really nice stretch in those hip flexors in the front of that quad. As you lift the back, we're going to pivot back around to the front and center. Here you are in that nice wide forward fold again. Walking the hands out in front of you and take a really nice stretch here. Ears on the inside of your biceps. And then as you walk your hands all the way through, flip them around so your fingertips are facing behind you. Palms are down, soften your knees. Take another breath, walk your fingertips out in front. We're gonna lower the knees down wider than your hips into a frog. Notice that my ankles are lined up with my knees and my toes are turned out. So you could bring your forehead down. You could bring your chest down. If you have some issues going on with your knees, I have one bad knee, you could bring your big toes to touch and take this into a wide-kneed child's pose. You can turn your head to one side. You can turn it to the other side. It's just a very nice way. And then from here, come all the way up to your seated position again, however you'd like to get there. We're going to take the right knee to the front and bring your left leg over the top. Interlace and draw your spine up nice and long and tall. And we want to be on both sitting bones. So if that's not happening, use your blanket or your towel and just kind of, prop yourself so you can feel that nice, even connection to the earth. This is always an option to straighten one leg out. I'm going to take your left hand behind, and the right arm is going to reach up nice and tall. Try to get your foot as flat as you can on the floor, and as you exhale, twist into this. Now your elbow can kind of help hold you there, or you can just hug it. You can hug your thigh in. You can lock your elbow over. You can look over your back shoulder. You can stay right here and just do a very easy, gentle twist. Go to the place that works for you. With each inhalation, see if you can't lengthen that spine. And with each exhalation, you might twist a little bit deeper. As you slowly begin to unwind, can you stack your shins on top of one another? Fire log pose or double pigeon, where the shins are sort of parallel and your feet are flexed. So you have your foot on your knee and your knee on your foot. I know that that's difficult. You could be right here. Doesn't matter. Take a breath and then just lean back, pick up your toes, stretch it out, and take it to the other side. Right knee on top of the left. Again, we'll interlace the hands, elongate the spine, and find your way into that twist. If you reach up, you can put some space in the vertebrae and then take your twist. Or hug your knee in, it's okay. You can be right here. Try to keep your spine as long as you can. Keep pressing both sitting bones into the earth. And as you bring your gaze back to the front, we'll unwind the body and come back into that double pigeon or fire log pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Just swivel yourself around on the mat so that you're on the long side of your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Lie down and circle your knees right here. In both directions if you can. And maybe rocking hip to hip, side to side. If you take your toes up to the sky, bring your hands by your hips. Lift your head and shoulders up and lower that right leg so it's hovering over the mat. Engage a little bit of those belly muscles. And then switch. You can always bring your fingertips behind your head. Scissoring the legs a little bit, pressing down with the belly button. How about if we take the arms to the outside of the leg that's up in the air? And then come back and switch to the other side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you lift the arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Both legs are up. Hug them in again. This time bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Side to side. I'm keeping my feet on the edges of the mat. So half of my foot's on the mat, the other half's on the floor. So if you drop them off to the left side, doesn't matter. Take that front foot and prop it up on the back knee. A little bit more intensity. Can you take your gaze away from your knees? Bring your foot back down. And then you can windshield wiper again, drop them off to the other side. Maybe again, propping the front foot up on the back knee and looking off to the opposite side. Take another nice breath, and as you come back to the center, feet are still wide. Tuck the tailbone under, bring your feet together. Arms by your side, peel your spine up to bridge. Elongate the spine. Slowly release, bone by bone, all the way down. Coming into Shavasana, you can bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can stretch your arms and legs out long and straight. Let your arms and legs open naturally. You can still stay in that supported bridge position if you like. Let your breath slow down. Let your eyes close. Let your body sink and get heavy in the mat. Quiet the mind. Focus on the breath. This is the time that we digest our practice, that we go back and think about it. Check in with the body, see how you feel. See where you're still holding tightness or tension. And try to relax and soften. Soften your muscles, soften your heart. Wiggling fingers and toes to bring ourselves back to awareness. Moving and stretching in a way that feels right for us. That might mean arms over the head. That might mean stretching out your legs or even rocking side to side. When you feel ready, you can roll over to one side. Take a couple rounds of breath right here in this fetal position. And then go ahead and use both hands to push ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Cross leg, easy pose, however you'd like. Resting your hands in your lap or on your knees. The eyes can remain closed and relaxed. Gently allow the right ear to drop to the right shoulder. And then the chin to the chest. And then to the opposite side, left ear, left shoulder. Once more, the chin is on the chest. The head just hangs heavy. As we inhale and bring the face to the front and center, roll the shoulders back one time. Sweep the fingertips to the sky, the palms press, and on the exhalation, we draw the hands to prayer. in front of the heart. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs from top to bottom. Hold it for a second at the top, and then exhale very, very slowly. Allow the breath to bring balance back to the body and mind. Inhaling again, the intention we may have set at the beginning of this practice. What is it that we needed to release? What are we cultivating that's new for spring? Exhale out any residual stress or tension or negativity. Take the benefits of this practice with you today. Enjoy the energy that you've created, and have a great first day of spring. Namaste. Thank you, yogis.